On your screen here as we get ready for the opening puck drop. Seb O'Neill to take this. He's got Popek to his left in the back, Unger and Heatons. That puck comes down onto goalie Ben Collins, getting the start again today. And that will be a whistle. 8 seconds in, 19:52 left to go in the first period. And we'll have a draw off to goalie Ben Collins' left, as it turns out. So we'll keep you posted on exactly how these lines are working out and trying to kind of keep it together. Coach Vanover mixing things up here and there and keeping us on our toes between that and some players getting new gear in between games. It's going to keep everybody on their toes. That puck comes all the way down and played there, and they will turn and they'll push up. Good connecting passes there, and pressure here from the Roughriders slows them down just enough to force that puck up, but still they come in with speed. Pushing around, Unger pushes the man there. Good read by Heaton. He's going to push that in the corner. He battles for it, going to continue to fight for it. The puck stays there and now down. Watch out, we got to get man low one-on-one. Unger does a good job of pushing behind. Good read there, comes out to the middle, but pushed aside by Palick. Now Popek's coming out. They gain the blue line, looking for a change of the rest of the Roughriders. Looks for the middle, gets there, but just stick down, and he's going to lose control of it and unable to get a shot off. Is Popek. They're going to push that down, and now we've got a change going the other direction. Up down the side. Schofield looks up, eyes up. She's got a pass there. Man, that one just bobbled there by Caleb Ziemba. And it's going to come all the way down. And this is Velocity Black is who we're playing, right? And so a little confusion there on my part, my bad. There's no black really to be found on this nice white, green, and yellow jerseys, but in any case, Velocity Black's the team. We've got it figured out as Decky settles that puck, pushes back up for Matro. He's going to push that around, and Caleb's going to be able to make a little cutback move at the blue line. Velocity able to get that right back on their sticks, and they push up now. Decky, good stick, good skates there. Wins it up forward, gets the red line. He's going to send that low. Give the opportunity for some of the forwards here to change. Caleb pushing pressure on Select. Good read by Schofield. She keeps that puck in. She's got a man over on the side. Good opportunity. It's shot from the top of the circles, hits the crossbar, goes over to the corner, but Schofield's got it again. She's going to push a low shot. Puck is loose there for a second, and an extra shot there is going to result in a penalty as one shot to the face of Ziemba, who was standing tall as the puck was a little bit loose underneath the goalie's pads. He poked at it once. Velocity defenseman came over, gave him a little hand to the face. No problems there, but a forward came in and gave him 2 hands right to the top of the number, sent him flying, and that's going to be a penalty. So cross-check on Velocity Black. 17:58 left to go in the first period. Roughriders find themselves on the power play. Losing the draw there, though, and Velocity's able to send that all the way down to goalie Ben Collins, and he's going to have to freeze it as the defense was unable to give him an option there for him to be able to play it, and Velocity was all over him. So a draw now will come down to his right. First 13 seconds of this power play already cooked. G wins that battle up. Parker Linnemeyer's got a man there. Sees Fish, Owen Fisher, going for the battle down low. He's going to get to it, gets a little bit of help from Parker. But stick to side, and now Velocity able to push up and out. They'll chip that thing all the way down. Ben Collins will have to play it again. Logan Burke able to come back. Makes a little play there, gets it up to Winnie. Winnie sends it all the way across, but just out of the reach of Parker Linnemeyer and back on the sticks of Velocity team. Good angle there by Logan, forces it in the corner. Velocity changing, we've got an opportunity for a stretch pass here. G makes a move at the blue line. Everybody else unable to keep the brakes on, and so that's going to be an offside call. 17:04 left to go in the game here, and they are making the mistake here of running the clock during the stoppage. They just killed about 3 seconds on the power play, but nobody seems to mind. Seb O'Neill takes that draw. Decky's going to push that thing all the way down. About 58 seconds remaining on the power play here. Seb's going to go to work, battling for it, pushes it, and Popek able to help him out there. Popek makes a turn. He's got Decky over there on the corner. Decky's got a lane to shoot. He's going to fire one on, eaten up by the belly of the Velocity goalie. We'll get a stoppage of play. Finally, a little bit more pressure from the Roughriders on this power play. They're able to get the shot there. It's a good look from Decky. Just need to get a few more bodies in front of that goalie, maybe see if they can take his eyes away. Seb O'Neill will take this. He's got Popek to his left. Got Palak to his right. Another shot from Decky's going to find the glove of the Velocity goalie, and we'll do that one all over again. At least 2 shots now on this power play. We'll see if O'Neill can win this one back to Decky again. He does. Declan's got a chance. He's looking. He fakes the partner pass. Instead, he finds Popek. Popek makes a move around. He's got a good lane to look. Puts a low shot right off the pad. The rebound kicks to the corner instead of the front of the net. But now Palak's got it again. He makes another move. Great pass, and right there he finds the back of the net. Seb O'Neill with a great patient stick right in front. Palak, tremendous job to look off the shot. Collected his rebound before that. Circles back around in the corner. Finds that waiting stick of O'Neill, and we're able to see a 1-0 power play goal there for your Rough Riders. 16:21 left to go in the first period. 1-0 Rough Riders. Fresh legs out there, and great to see them score and take advantage of that power play. Matro wins this back to Unger. Unger is going to find the red line. He's going to send that thing all the way down. Caleb Ziemba battling for it. Takes another high check. Matro trying to find pay dirt, and he's going to just push that puck now in the corner. Nice little move there. Brooks trying to find some space, gets a little bit of help from Caleb. Caleb sends that out, centering pass to Bodie Nix, and Velocity able to read that. Now Kate, good stick check there, is going to send people flying here, as I think Bodie made the check on a player, and Caleb Ziemba ended up getting the worst of it. And, a long stretch pass there from Caleb just comes off his stick. Good look there from Kate up to Caleb, but unable to connect. Caleb goes to work below the goal line, sending his body into the player. Does a great one-handed effort to keep that stick on the puck and keep the puck in the zone. Another nice effort there. He's going to push that thing up. Kate's going to read it, send it all the way down, but kicks off the Zam door and comes right back out. Now Winnie's going to have to come back and regroup. He's got a chance to look around. He's going to pivot, put his skates up ice, and look for the pass. He's got that Fish. Fish just chips it in, no icing now. Parker and G working along the half wall. G makes a nice move there. Now Parker's got it on his stick. Pivots, looking for a man. Nice little fake move there. He's got a good look. Going to send that all the way across to Fish. Fish rips a shot there. Rebound sits for a second. G unable to get a stick on it. Velocity comes out with it. Parker, though, great forecheck. He's going to push that puck into the half wall, and G keeps it there again. Now on the rush is Velocity. They send that thing across just out of the reach of Ben Collins, and Logan Burke's going to have to come back and try to collect that there. Needs a little bit of help there, and G is able to give it to him. G turns up ice. Now he's got a chance to move. 3-on-2 developing here for the Rough Riders. They're going to continue to push. Nice little pass over to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer gets a shot. Rebound sits there again. G tries to poke it loose, but a pouncing glove from the goalie of the Velocity Black team there just sits on it. 14-15 remaining in the first period, 1-0. Some good back and forth action here so far. Fun to see the Rough Riders keeping the gas on for the most part. They've been able to keep most of the opportunities down in the Velocity end. Let's see if they can get another one in the back of the net. Puck comes up to Heaton. Heaton's going to look, gets a shot off, and into the glove of Velocity Black goalie. I'm sorry, I say Heaton, I mean Decky. Somebody's going to have to forgive me for mistaking my own son for Decky at some point, but it's going to keep happening apparently as Declan gets that over to Kate. Kate's going to push up, has the red line, gloved down by the Velocity team, and they were able to push that down. They're going to regroup in their own zone. Good pressure from Palak, and now O'Neill pushes that up. He's going to be out of the range, and Decky's going to push that one all the way back down, force them to regroup below their own goal line again. Another great battle win from Palak as he's now pushing through, continues to push it out. A centering pass, unfortunately, nobody there for the Rough Riders, and Velocity is going to come out with it. Kate has a stick on it right away. Unable to collect his Palak, and now Velocity comes in. They're going to rip a low shot there. Rebound sits there for a second, just wide. As the rebound sat on it, I don't know if Benny lost it or if he just couldn't pounce on it in time. Velocity able to send one towards the net. They get another one towards the net. Maintaining a little bit of zone presence here is maybe I jinxed it, and all of a sudden Velocity getting some good pressure there, and a tremendous save from Ben Collins as the centering pass goes between the defender's legs right to a waiting Velocity stick. They send a one-timer low right onto the left pad of Ben Collins. He sits on it for the rebound. Negates any sort of scoring chance there, but that was a good look and probably the most sustained pressure that the Roughriders have faced from this Velocity team. Now they'll take the draw here to the left of Ben Collins, and Matro wins that up. Now Bodie mixes off of the races. Rolling puck. Let's see if he can settle and score. He's going to rip it, and a good save there from the Velocity goalie is going to take away the scoring opportunity. Still a good look there, and Bodie's coming back in with speed, separates his man easily. Now he's going to turn back up, see if he can get another thing going. Looks, nice little chip move there, and Bodie gives him the business end of the stick there and continues to move down. Now Winston's got a head steam. He makes one move, makes another move, just one too many through a couple of defenders, and now all of a sudden we've got a 3-on-2, 4-on-2 going back the other way. Nice play there from Logan Burke. Is going to push that puck over. Another shot there to the middle, and Ben Collins says, you know, I'll just do it myself, and he pushes that up, and now Popek's got a chance to move. He's bodied down into the corner, and he'll have to recollect again there. Nice look there. Heaton unable to get it down. G, I'm not quite sure who was offside in that mess, but somebody was offside, and we'll have a stoppage of play. 12:25 left to go here in the first period. Still 1-0 Roughriders. If you're just joining us, Roughriders in their camo jerseys going right to left on your screen. Jermaine line out there. He's got Owen Fisher to his left and Parker Lindenmeyer to his right. Heaton's going to come back, spin it, takes it into the zone, gets around one man, chips up to G. G's going to get the red line, and now he's going to have to push in a little bit further. Goes in, tries to stick handle around the man, and Velocity able to get that off his stick. They're going to push forward and up. Puck comes up and out to Heaton. Heaton makes a quick pass up to G. G carries the line. Now he's got a chance to make a move. Gets around one guy, gets around another guy, gets hooked. I don't know how the hell they don't call that, pardon my language, but like, the guys literally couldn't get his hand back on his stick. And referees swallow their whistles. G unable to get a clean shot off despite the hook. And now here we go. He's going to maintain control, but Heaton coming out of the zone, unable to keep pressure on there. He's going to battle for it. He's going to push it up to G again. G's going to get that line up to Fish. Fish trying to get through his man. Soft backhand over to the wall and comes back up and out. G turning, trying to buy time, offside by about 10 feet. Didn't realize, I think, that Fish was still trying to come out. Fish blew a tire down there lower in the corner and was struggling to get back up to his feet, and he was trying to get back onside. G just a little bit eager to come back in and get another shot. Don't blame him. After having a very clean look, making a good move around a guy, getting hooked, he nearly takes his hand off and unable to get a shot. I'd want another look at that too. Puck's going to come down. They wave off icing, and Schofield will have to collect below the goal line. She's going to wheel. Tries to make a pass there, but well read, and finally chipped out. Now she's got a little bit of steam here as Powell plays that up to Schofield. Schofield leading the rush. Got a man back, goes for a backhand pass there that's well read, and luckily Popek there pushes down, and Seb O'Neill is going to send the body directly into the chest of a Velocity player. No penalties there. They're going to let him play. Now Winston sends a shot there, and Palak tried to get a little piece of it to tip it, but well received by the Velocity goalie right up on the pad. Velocity is going to come out with it. We got a 2-on-2 forming here. They're going to try to push guys on. Good stick by Winston. Good move to separate the man from the puck by Schofield. The puck comes into the corner. Good read there. Winnie's got it. Now we got a 3-on-2 going the other way. He's going to push up. It comes off the skates of Popek, and Velocity will just send that down. Winnie's going to have to regroup. He's got the eyes up, looking for a man. Sends a pass rifled up there at Brooks, and right as he was getting stick checked. So unfortunately, not a whole lot that he can do there. Puck comes in. Nice hit there by Popek, because he's been throwing the body around. Brooks puts pressure on, and Bodie does a good job to separate. Now, nice way to avoid the hit was Caleb. Brooks sends it out. Bodie's got a chance. He's trying to push through it. And Velocity doing a good job of getting the two men on that puck at all times, and they're doing a pretty good job of negating any opportunities we get. Now, Brooks is going to go collect in the corner. Brooks has a chance to move up. Gets to Heaton. Heaton leading the rush here. Heaton's going to go wide. See if he can escape and buy some time. Goes to the backhand, looks for a little backhand shovel there, and unable to get it towards the net with Popek. Now it comes up to Palak at the point. Palak pushes that down to Brooks, goes off his stick, and he's able to get it down with the body. I look for the centering pass with Bodie there, but again, velocity getting sticks on it, negating that. Comes up to Palick. He's throwing puck towards the net, and no rebound there. Bodie was in good position if that thing did kick out, but that goalie just swallows it right up with his stomach. We'll have a stoppage of play. 9:21 left to go in the first period. 1-0 Roughriders here. Been able to maintain some decent pressure, but velocity certainly turning it on, trying to come back a little bit into this one. The Germain line out there. He's got Fish to his left, Linnemeyer to the back. Pass up, gets chipped around Logan Burke, and luckily behind the player. Now all of a sudden Fish is going to have a chance to make a move. He comes in, buys a little bit of time in the middle, leaves it for Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer just sends it just outside. Great look there though, as Fish throwing the body around a little bit down there below. They're battling, G's got it. Spin move there, Velocity's going to get it. G battling for it again, a little bit more help from Fish. Now G using his strength there to keep that puck in. Goes down in the corner. He's got two men that fall on him, and that puck comes up and chipped out to the corner. He's going to come up. Nice keep, Logan Burke. Now good pass there. Oh, right on the tape there. Oh, good look. Nice keep by Heaton. Finds a stick there. Unable to collect those Fish. A little bit hard for him there. Parker's got it. Now Parker looking for it. Surveying. Has the man in front. Sees it. Look, a great look as Burke was up top. Found him right in the slot. And just right into, I think, I was a little bit of screen there, but I think the goalie got it with the glove, maybe the arm. In any case, good look from the Roughriders. Good pressure again. Now 8:39 left to go in this first period. Fresh legs out there for the Roughriders. Puck comes back up to Schofield. Schofield surveys, goes down the corner, goes low. And now Powell can give chase. Throws his body into a man. He's going to be able to recollect. He's doing a good job of throwing the body and winning the battles all at the same time. Puck stays down low. Nice look there. That'll come up. Now Powell's got a chance to shoot. Sends one toward the net. O'Neill unable to get a stick on it though, and so it skitters wide. Now Velocity coming out with speed. They gain the blue line. And Schofield gets a stick on it. They'll turn back around. Now she loses her stick though, so she needs a little bit more support down there, and Velocity able to get to it. Now Decky's going to go to work in the other corner. Wins it cleanly, pushes that thing up, but unfortunately between the legs of Halleck and unable to get a piece of it, so we'll have an icing. 7:49 now to go in the first period here. Puck will come down to the right of goalie Ben Collins. Matro line out there. He's got Popek and Bodie Nix. And in the back, we've got Dot and Schofield. After to win this drop. Pushes over to Popek, comes slap back out. Now Kate's going to have an opportunity to look. She's got Bodie. Bodie on the move. Bodie's going to come up the left wing. He's going to make a move around one. Gets it to the middle, looks for a backhand pass. Ends up stick down by the Velocity player directly into the stick of his own goalie. Goalie covers it up and just gets enough to say, let's stop this a little bit. I don't think they ran the clock here because I'm pretty sure I said 7:49 at the last face-off. So 7:49 still remaining in the first period here as Brooks will take this draw now to the right of the Velocity goalie. And they'll come around behind the net. Bodie putting pressure. Spin move there. Bodie's going to separate the man, get some more support from Brooks. 2-on-1 battle there. Let's see if they can come out with it. Bodie does. Looks to make a move. Looks to push it towards the net. Good pinch by Schofield there, and a great pass from Brooks. Let's see if they can find it. Backhand effort there from Popek. He's going to continue to get under the skin of the Velocity defenders. But a great look there from Brooks to find Popek in front of the net, and just couldn't get enough space there to get that backhand over the glove. Goalie just ate it up. Clock's finally running. 7:23 left to go in this first period. Reminder, if you haven't joined us for the other games, these are 20-minute periods, 20-minute stop time. A lot of ice time for the boys up here. Draw to be taken by Matro. Wins that over. Popek gets a shot. Goalie sits there. It's right on top of his Bodie Nix, but just comes a little bit wide. He wasn't able to stuff it in. Nice play there by Popek. Gets it up the point. Logan Burke sees Unger. Unger's got a little chance. He's going to rip one through, but stick on it, kicks it out wide. Now Matro's got some space. Gets it up to Burke. Burke, good move there. Kicks it over, and now Caleb's going to have a chance to push it there. Another good keep from Burke. Burke makes a move over to Caleb. Caleb over to Brooks. Brooks a backhand to Bodie. Bodie just maybe slowed down a touch a little bit on the way to Bodie, and by the time he was able to collect it, the goalie had taken away everything. So the only chance he had was along the side of the net. It just comes wide. Velocity trying to get it out of their zone cleanly. They do so, but right back to Winnie. Winnie's going to set it up to Bodie. Bodie finds some time. Velocity team maybe playing a little bit less aggressive on Bodie now as they're taking the body a few times, and they're going to pay the price. Bodie Nix finds the bar down, and a great play. Again, Velocity just seemed to be maybe a little bit afraid of that big body coming through the middle. Buys enough time, he makes one great move around one defender, then comes over and just picks that top corner right next to the goalie's ear. Beautiful shot. And 6:24 left to go in the first period. We've got a 2-0 lead for your Roughriders. Puck one forward by G. G's got that over there on the blue line. He's going to push that down. The Velocity goalie will push that forward. Now Brooks has it again. Sorry, that's Parker Linnemeyer. Velocity comes back out with it. Good stick and skate from Decky, but as he was looking to clear it out, and it got pushed off. Heaton turns, makes a move up. He had Fish there, but Fish just moving the wrong direction for that pass, and so comes all the way out of the zone and sits there for a minute, and now Parker will recollect. Nice Mohawk move, finds Heaton. Heaton has his man, gets it over to Declan. Declan's going to be able to gain the blue line, push in. He's going to get it down low. He's got a great pass over to Jermaine, but just handcuffed him a little bit, and he wasn't able to control it. Linnemeyer below the goal line, looking for it, spinning. Tries to go up to the point, but kicked aside by Velocity. And Fish able to come up there, use those shoulders once more. But now as he comes through, it's going to come all the way down. Fish sits his man down after the dump-in attempt, and now Decky's going to be able to come away with it. He pushes that up. Fish lets it come through, no icing as he gets a piece of it with his skate. Parker's going to go away. Parker and G battling 2-on-3 down low. Fresh legs coming on for the Roughriders. And now G's going to put some pressure on him. Runs over his man. Probably a fair argument to say interference, but I think at the same time nobody was paying attention because G was just trying to make a move. Centering pass gets sticked aside by Heaton. Now he comes up, he's going to lead the rush going the other way for a second, but sticked aside. Now all of a sudden we'll get another chance. 3-on-2 here. Heaton leading the rush. He's got G on the far side. G looking for a pass in the middle, gets separation, and then Popek, sits there at Eaton, and we'll take that one either way we can get it, as Velocity goalie all out of sorts there. Great passing play from the Roughriders, a 3-on-2 that maybe took a little bit longer to develop than we'd like, but in any case, puck one over to Popek. He gets a shot over, makes the pass to Heaton. Heaton trying to get it on the far side, wasn't able to do so, sends a little backhand right up to G, and G has the entire open net to work with. He'll bury that thing, and 4:29 left to go in the first period. And we've got a 3-0 lead for your Roughriders. Fresh legs coming out here, some conversation between the referee and the coaches for the Velocity side as they're trying to get their team fired up and back in this game. The Roughriders will see if they can keep this momentum going. Popek going to come down. He's going to absorb a hit and get through it. He's going to keep skating, moving those feet. Ooh, my goodness. That one was a shot from behind that they're not going to call. I guess they're just swallowing the whistles, and Schofield will take advantage of that and find them in. Now, all of a sudden, they're going to find their whistle, and that will be a penalty. I think they're going to get Schofield here for interference, which adds, we'll call it a makeup call for G running through one of their players in front of their own net, but that's, borderline interference. The puck was there. Come on. All right, maybe I'm just being a homer here, so fault me for, trying to root for the team. My bad. It was a good hit. Good, clean hit there by Kate. In any case, she's going to have to sit down for 2 minutes, hopefully the full 2 minutes here, as the Roughriders will go on the kill for the first time. The draw comes up to the Velocity point. They get a shot there, glove down, kicked aside there by Ben Collins. Puck comes over to the side, all the way back down around. Unger's going to get there and battle for it. Puck comes over, Palak able to get to it. O'Neill now battling. Palak's got a chance as well. He's got a man up. He's going to see O'Neill. O'Neill going to gain the red line. He's just going to dump in there. Popek there with him, and we've got a change coming for the Roughriders. And now Velocity coming out with it with speed. We've got 3 men back, 3-on-3 here. O'Neal going to push his man wide. He's got the shot there. Comes off the left pad of Collins, and they're going to continue to try to regroup. Tremendous save there by Ben Collins as that one-timer came off of the far right side. He kicks over, and I believe he got a stick on that one. Kicked it up and out. It's going to come all the way down. Velocity's going to regroup. You guys, more fresh legs coming on for the Roughriders. Brooks kicked aside over to now Bodie. Bodie's got it, sees his man, has a good look there, but good stick from Velocity is going to negate that chance, and it's going to come all the way back. Now, Bodie ice that down, but intercepted by Velocity. They're going to push in. Burke tries to stick the side. Pad save there. Hard rebound, kicks all the way back out to the point. Velocity's got another chance. They're going to send another shot on. Brooks tips that one down in the corner. He's going to battle for it. Bodie is going to sandwich his man into another dimension. That was a big hit from a big body, and he is hurt. A clean hit. The puck was definitely there, but I feel like that's one of those where they're calling it, I guess they're blowing the whistle for the man down. Had a decent look at it, and it looked like the man, just as he went to make that play, was standing up vertically against the glass, and Bodie just crushed him. And maybe one of those where he gets the dasher board there along the back, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, that hurts. Looks like he's going to be okay, kind of collecting his breath there. Give him a second to catch it. The refs and coaches will chat a little bit. We'll take a breath. 2:24 left to go in the first period. 19 seconds remaining on the kill. 3-0 Rough Riders. I burned the shit out of my tongue. Way too hot. Velocity player back up on his feet, skating back to the bench. Happy to see that. Looks like he's going to be okay, but definitely empathize with that pain there. Taking a hit from Bodie, certainly no picnic. The Rough Riders will get their lines together and come on out to try to kill the last 19 seconds of this power play for Velocity. As Kate Schofield sitting for interference, but so far, we'll say no harm, no foul. G's going to take this draw. He's got Fish over his left. He's going to win it cleanly back, but all the way out of the zone, Heaton's going to have to regroup. He's got a man far side. Sees Parker Linnemeyer. Parker going to push past a hit there. Sends it back down. Velocity is forced to regroup in their own zone as the final 5 seconds of this power play wind down. They'll send that down. Good pressure there and good back check from G is going to help him find that puck. He stops, settles, gets around man there up to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer chips forward to Fish. Fish got speed. He's going to go wide. Needs some help, a little bit more support there. He just pushed the puck towards the net. Velocity goalie is going to pounce on that. $1:50 left to go in the first period. The penalty is expired. Rough Riders 1 for 1 on the kill. Fresh legs coming out now. So we've got O'Neal line out here. He's got Palak to his right, Popek to his left. In the back, Heaton and Schofield. Puck comes up to Heaton. Heaton's going to get a chance to rip it and right into the belly of the Velocity goalie. So he saw that thing the whole way through, no rebound, able to sit on it. We'll have to do that whole thing over again. O'Neal will take the draw to the left of the Velocity goalie. $1:46 left to go now in the first period. Again wins it, back up to Heaton. Heaton, though, makes a move to the half wall, and now he's in the center there. Good poke check's going to separate the puck, and out they come. Now, good play there from Palak. Heaton, finding his legs, going to continue to battle there. Misses the check a little bit, but the centering pass comes right out to Schofield. Now we're back on the move. Here comes Popek, gets the blue line. He's got Caleb with him, makes a nice cut there, finds the middle of the ice, and a good shot as Caleb continues to agitate down low in the crease. And rebound sat there for a second between the legs of the goalie, but nobody there to tap it in, so he's able to get close, and we've got a stoppage of play. 1:19 left to go in the first period, still 3-0 Rough Riders. Fresh defense out there now with Unger and Dot in the back. O'Neal line set to take this draw. See if he can win another one. Shouldn't have said anything. Probably jinxed him. He was 2 for 2 before that. Now all of a sudden that comes back out, but Popek with good pressure is going to keep that puck in. Palick now below the goal line. Tries to push out, gets caught up in the skates of O'Neill. It's going to come up. Dot with a good pinch there. Going to take that hit and push the puck down below the goal line. A little pressure there from Popek as he moves around a hit. A nice one-timer try over to O'Neill, but he had a man draped all over him. Wasn't able to get good wood on it. Now, good play from Decky. He pushes his man out, but he keeps it wide. He's got the backhand there. Rebound sits there for a minute and finally able to push it over. Palick pushing it there. Another centering attempt from the Velocity team. Pushes Decky, separates the man. He's going to get that puck all the way around to his partner, Winnie. Winnie's got a chance to take a look. He's going to try to find his man just out of reach of O'Neill. So he's got tired legs, needs to go for a change. Now, Decky over to his partner, Winnie. Winnie's got a chance to look. He's going to look up. He's got Popek. Popek makes a move, but on the far side, I think Caleb could not keep the brakes on there. A little bit of pressure from the Velocity team on Popek forced him to make a move at the blue line and pulled everybody else offside. We'll get the rest of the Metro line out there. Bodie next to his left and Fish to his right, just outside the Velocity zone. We'll push forward. Bodie fights through that one. Now Brooks sees his man. Great look and a nice little backhand stuff attempt there by, it's Caleb Ziemba. And a good shot there. Gets through from Decky. Goalie just missed it, but it's wide. And that'll end the first period for us here. Good solid period from the Roughriders, 3-0. And we'll take that one into the second period. We'll see you then. Good afternoon and welcome back for some second period action here. The Roughriders find themselves up 3-0. Mastro takes that draw, wins it back, and now got some good push up there. He's going to get the red line. We're going to get that in. Almost in, but good stick. He's going to force a regroup there at the blue line. Bodie Nix. And once again, everybody a little bit afraid of Bodie, even the ref, as he takes a tumble there. And it comes down. Heaton's going to have to move. He buys some time and makes an errant pass directly to a Velocity player there, but unable to get a clean piece of it, so no harm, no foul. Now Brooks putting pressure, and Velocity able to send it up. Heaton's going to get another chance. Spin move there, finds Brooks right on the tape. Brooks has a man far side. He's going to send it across. That's Ziemba, as he's going to have to push down low. He battles for it, loses a bit of an edge as he's trying to get the puck, and that puck's down there someplace. Brooks now pushing his man out of the way. Battling. Puck up, or still there. Ziemba unable to get his stick down on it, but now Mastro's going to come away with it. Good centering look there. Bodie Nix, they finally found a way to solve that problem, and it's put two guys on him, but look at who's got the puck again. Bodie Nix going to rip a hard shot off the blocker. Body's flying there, comes up to Heaton. Heaton back over to Mastro, and that one just chipped aside, and Heaton's going to be able to push it back. Finds his man, spins. One's going to come up and find Bodie Nix. Try to put a body on him, but that's a tall task. As Bodie now has it again, looks to make a move, but once again, the two men is too many for Bodie to be able to get through. Heaton's got it, gets it over to the partner. Logan Burke gets a shot off, and it's right there. And apparently everybody wants a piece of Bodie. And looks like we'll get some extracurricular activity that will be rewarded with some time in the box. His body's flying around a little bit there. Looks like Bodie is going to get one. And looks like we're to have matching penalties. Referee is just trying to get this thing under control. Fair enough. They let it go too long, and all of a sudden Sixers start flying. So let's just settle it down. 5-on-5 action here. And we'll maintain the Germain line out there. Parker to his right, and I believe that's Fish to his left. Schofield and Decky in the back. Draw one by Velocity. They're going to push it up and right up to Schofield. Schofield able to get around a man. Sees the opportunity, sees the window there, and finds a huge backhand look there from Parker, but just unable to get it on the net. Great look from the back door, though. And now Fish, able to get it over to Decky. Decky sends a pass there, a shot that gets tipped, and goalie is able to find it with the right pad. Velocity coming out, though, now. Schofield does a good job of separating. G makes a nice move there. Parker's going to come back in. Parker, he's got Fish, got G in the back, finds G, just hops off his stick a little bit, and G's going to find Schofield up top. Schofield's going to rip it. Gets through a lot of bodies. Puck sitting there for a minute, but the Velocity team able to push it over into the corner. Parker giving chase. Velocity still trying to push it up the wall. He's going to find Kate with time. Kate's going to walk to the middle. Going to look for a shot. Has the pass there instead. O'Neill. Oh, man. Fish almost had the look there. Decky kicks it down to the stick. Good zone pressure here as another shot comes off the right pad of the Velocity goalie. Kate's got another man in front. Good centering pass. Comes back out to G. G, spin move there. Makes another move. He's got the back door wide open. Parker just couldn't collect that one again. Right back up to Kate. But again, good sustained pressure here as the Velocity team all over Kate. And they're able to push it around. G, though, good stick check. Parker able to put some pressure on it. Popek out, sends it right back out to Parker. Parker going to get around, but tired legs there from the Germain line. They're going to come off and get a change. Popek's going to put pressure on it. Look out, the Velocity have it up the far wall, but good pressure's going to slow them down now, and O'Neill's going to push it now up to Pallet. Pallet gains the blue line. Got a man there looking for it. Sees Popek. Popek tries to make a play there, and they're going to get, I'm going to call it a makeup call, and the Roughriders still able to sit on it. A good look there. Heaton's got it, tries to swipe at it, bouncing past though, and we'll finally get a call here. So we're going to get a cross check. I believe that's going to be the first penalty that they were calling, as Popek tried to make a power move around, get it on the backhand, and got brought down. There's also another one behind the net that O'Neill took a big crunch, but I think they're going to say that one was legal. And on to the power play we go. 16-12 left to go in the second period. 3-0 Roughriders still. Second power play of the day for them. They're 1 for 1 so far. The puck comes up. Burke able to control. Gets it back down the half wall over to Palak. Palak has pressure. They're going to send that all the way down. And now Winston, playing the net front, is going to get it back up to Popek. Popek works in the middle. Gets a shot. Stick down over to the glass by the goalie there. Burke back down low for O'Neill, and now Winston. Winston using that size, continues to push. They can't get anything going with Winston there. Good look from Burke. Stick to side, and a great turnaround shot from Seb O'Neill, but just finds the side of the net. Kick back up to Palak. Palak's going to work it down the half wall. Sebby's got him. Seb's looking, wide open look, and a good stick. I don't know if it was a good stick or a lucky stick. It chips that one up into the glass. O'Neill, he's got some time, looking for it. Good control. Burke, send it back over. We got middle look again from O'Neill. O'Neill tries to get up to Palak. Palak seeing it. Oh, but just fans on it a touch. Now watch out. We've got a breakaway going the other way. Ben Collins, is he up to the task? He is indeed. Oh my Benny boy, what a save. Give up a breakaway and not have to worry about it. That's a luxury indeed. Puck's going to come all the way down. And Winston's going to try to get to it. I don't know exactly what they're calling here. We got a icing? Icing?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So icing is the call. 38 seconds remain in the power play for the Roughriders. 14:50 left to go in the first. Matro line out here to take this draw to the left of Ben Collins, who just made a tremendous save on a breakaway. And they'll go to work. Face-off sits there for a second. Matro is going to try to put pressure, but Velocity is just going to send that down behind the line. Heaton avoids one check. It's still, puck just kind of sitting there. A little bit muddy getting out of the zone here, but now Bodie comes out with speed. They got a 3-on-2 if they hurry, and instead they're going to slow down by a little bit of time. Bodie's got it and sends that over to Decky. Declan going to rip a shot that just goes wide. Now Bodie's going to try to get to it here. He's got a chance to look for it. Sees Brooks. 6 seconds remaining in the power play here. Brooks dances around a man, fakes a shot there, gets it back on his stick, and tries to get there. A diving play from Ziemba. And look out as Heaton recognizes he had a man behind him, comes back, separates the man cleanly, and Decky's able to push that up. Sends it over to Matro, wasn't ready for that puck, and comes out, and a neutral zone battle will ensue. That one gets between the legs of Decky. He's going to continue to push back. Good team effort there. He's going to get it over to Heaton. Heaton's going to recollect and settle around his net. Good stick check there. Forces him to regroup once again. He's going to send it up now instead to Ziemba. Ziemba's got a man there. Had Bodie streaking, puts it just right into the skates. Now Brooks comes in. Brooks looking for Nix. Sees him there. Just off the post, and puck sat there in the middle. Is one of those that defense maybe a little too far back to be able to make the rush up, but now Heaton will collect it. He's going to find his man on the far side. Comes up to Bodie. Bodie using that body there. Gets around to Ziemba. Ziemba's got a man. Sees Brooks. Brooks is going to sit there and bury. What a play. Brooks Matro finding the back of the twine. You know he was due. It was just a matter of time before he catches fire. He gets one there. Great play overall as Nix was able to get it up, takes the man out of the play and leaves it there for Ziemba. Ziemba, great job to dance around it. All the eyes on him. Finds Brooke back door. Brooks then, just a great toe drag, gets the goalie completely out of position and just tucks it in. So now 13:08 left to go in the second period. 4-0 Rough Riders. Jermaine line out there to take the draw. Schofield and Unger in the back. Puck comes back out. Parker Lindmeyer is going to be the first one to it. Pushes up to G. G looking for an opportunity. Goes to make a move and tries to tuck it in, and he does. What a nice little backhand move. Goes backhand, forehand, gets the goalie off the post, and then tucks it in right behind his skate. I think it sat there for a second, and G had enough time. Fortunately, goalie just sitting on his backside, had nothing to push with, no help, and G looks for it, finds it, and tucks it in. Second goal in about a minute now, and it's 5-0 Rough Riders. So clock winding down now, 12:30 to go here in the second period. 5-0 lead. Everything's starting to gel a little bit here now off of goals from Matro and Jermaine in the last minute. Jermaine's going to eat that puck. Stung him just a touch here. You can tell he is wincing on that one, but he's going to keep battling for it. And a penalty now for him. I'm not sure exactly what they're getting, maybe a hold, but Jermaine definitely hurt as Unger touches up, and hold is the call as Jermaine, holding his arm, apparently also had the strength to hold a player as well. Either way, they got tangled up. It's a 5-0 game. Probably not going to get a lot of those calls going in our favor. So on to the kill we go again. Jermaine will sit. 2 minutes for a hold. 11:30 left to go in the second period. So, because of where the penalty occurred, and I don't know, we've got some confusion here. Typically this would be a situation where if the penalty was called, it would come down to the defensive zone, but I think they're saying because it was touched up in the offensive zone, it's going to be a neutral zone draw. In any case, the puck's down, and 2 minutes are underway here. A penalty kill. Schofield's going to come back and collect. She's got a chance to wheel. She's going to send that thing all the way up, all the way down. No icing here as they are on the kill. The goalie comes out to play it. Popek's going to put pressure on him, force him to spin back up the near wall. Looking for it. Oh, almost a great read there. Instead, it's a 3-on-2 going the other way. Winnie's going to have to push his man wide. Does so. Man tries to buy some time, spins up. Popek able to read it now, but Velocity able to get right back on their sticks. They're going to try to set up. Nice little stop there by Schofield. And she's going to get the red line, and let's see if she sends it over. She instead sends it to Popek. Popek rips a shot down in the corner and back over to Schofield. Schofield walking on the backhand, has the man there. And, oh, just missed the window. It was a good look for O'Neill. O'Neill, nice cutback move there. More control here coming back up to Schofield. Schofield's got it rolling on her. So she's going to kick it off a skate, though, and she's got a chance to rip it. Another lively rebound is collected by the Velocity defense, and now they push out a 2-on-1 goal in the opposite direction. Unger's the man back. Not going to make anything easy. In fact, they don't even want a piece of hitting him. And finally, they're going to give it a shot, and that actually works as they get it back on their sticks. Shot comes towards the net, body down by Unger. He chips it up all the way to the wall, and velocity defenseman there able to rip it. They send that puck wide, rims all the way around for the other velocity defenseman. He's going to walk in and get a shot. Blocker up to the task for Ben Collins. Now we've got eyes up, get a chance to get that thing down to the final 15 seconds of this power play for velocity. Roughriders once again doing a good job of killing this off. They will wheel behind their own net with velocity. Good pressure there from Fish is going to slow them down. Now Heaton's got his man surfing. He's going to separate that puck cleanly. And unfortunately, right back onto the stick of another velocity player. Backhand attempt there. And now we've got a long stretch pass coming. It comes up to Fish. Fish coming in with speed. Gets around a man but loses an edge as he does so, and so velocity is going to come back out. They try to make one too many moves. It's coming back over to them. Good read by Lindenmeyer, able to keep that puck in. Now Fish rips a shot, comes into Palik's glove. I think he lost it for a second. Velocity trying to chip up. Nice pressure there again. Lindenmeyer's going to keep it in. Going to come up, comes to Burke. Burke makes a move, gets it down to the half wall again. Lindenmeyer sees the man, making a cutback move. He's got the man on the point again. He's going to get back up to Burke. Burke this time sends it right back down to Lindenmeyer. They're walking along the wall. Up to Burke. Let's see if he fires this one. He does. It sits there. Palik's got it. He's on top of the rebound, falling all over the place, and it just comes out wide. But, another chance here for Lindenmeyer, and then Fish. It's bobbled around. Parker's going to get to it. He's going to send that thing back down below the goal line. Nice move there from Fish. He's going to keep it between his feet. Parker comes out with it, but that time just bodied right off of it. And Palik tries to do it. Hey, a great kick save there to keep that puck in the zone. He's going to dance with it along the half wall. Burke goes to work there. Gets it over to Heaton, but he had a man all over him and unable to do much there was Heaton as they now come down. And a good pass between the triangle, but a backhand pass goes wide. Now Heaton using the body again, kicks that up, and then we got a little bit of speed. Let's see if they can get things going. Coming through the middle is Fish. Fish battles through one check, comes around another, sees the man there, rips a shot off the shaft of the goalie's stick. Had that top blocker side wide open, and goalie just, I'll say, lucky to have a piece of that one. There's a good look there from Fish. Comes back up, and a little indecision there from Heaton, six it forward. Back over to Palik. This one's going to come to Burke. Burke is going to hit the back bar. What a goal from Logan Burke. Just finding the back there is a good look there as it came from Heaton at the top, pushed it over to Fish. Fish saw Burke streaking in on that back door, and we've been calling it. That backdoor push from the defense has been there. Finds Berkey, and he's able to tuck that one home. A quick, hard shot that, frankly, I thought hit bar to begin with. It was back bar, kicked right out. The referee was all over it. He saw it, and now a 6-0 lead for your Roughriders with 6:30 left to go in this first period. Bodie Nix is going to come in and find the twine. The goalie is just feeling those things buzzing right by him as the Roughriders continue to find those top corners just over the shoulder. Good play from Bodie, and once again, we have 2 goals in under a minute for the Roughriders. Now 7-0. Clock continues to run as we tick under the 6-minute mark for the second period. The Roughriders pushing there. Matro tries to kick that one up to his stick, but instead Velocity is going to get that one down. You can feel maybe a little bit of the urgency out of the building. There's definitely a little bit lower energy now as this one feels like it's pretty much all over. Hopefully we can just get out of here without anything crazy and keep everything under control as goalie comes out to play that 15 feet outside the crease, and Bodie's got a man in front. He's going to rip it there, and one more time the Velocity goalie uses the shaft of the stick. That one comes out of his hand. Bodie Nix using the cannon there, and a good save from that Velocity goalie to deny him his third. Clock will continue to run, and it looks like we'll be on run time as long as this lead remains, as we are about to tick under 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Now 7-0 Roughriders. Velocity player sends it right up into his own player. Now Palik's going to work it down low. He gets it below the goal line. Popek's going to get to it first. Centering pass there, goes right to a velocity stick, and Palak's going to have to battle for it. O'Neal's going to help him out, gets it up to the point. Schofield's going to walk the line. Nice little cutback move there, sends the puck towards the net. It sits there for a minute, and wowee. Popek just nearly had one out of midair as that shot came off of the goalie's pads and just ticked up, and it was right there, and he just smacked it, but it just went wide. Regardless, they're saying it's a high stick, so it's going to come all the way down. Goal wouldn't be counted even if he had done it, although we all would have been amazed. So now just about 4 minutes left to go here in the second period. The draw will come down to the right of goalie Ben Collins, and he'll take that shot off the blocker from the one draw of the velocity team. Popek's going to settle for a second. He's going to try to find his man. Spins it back around and through the legs of Unger back onto a velocity stick. They shoot down in the corner, and Burke making the move there, sends it over to partner Unger. Unger looking for his man, sees a hard pass up there. He has Palak streaking. Palak able to collect, and now he's got a man open. And let's see if they can finish. They do. Seb O'Neill collects a beautiful pass from Palak, who was just doing a great job of getting the head up once he found the blue line. Sees O'Neill, and O'Neill does waste no time to find the back of the net blocker side on the goalie. Now 8-0 for your Roughriders. Fresh legs out there for the Roughriders. Jermaine line to take it, and he wins it back cleanly to Burke. Burke has his man up. Sees Fish. Fish going to come in. Toe drag shot. It was a good look as they had that back door streaking once again, but the goalie able to get a stick on it. He's been active with that stick in the last few minutes. Now, Roughriders able to separate the puck, and they're going to come out with speed. G up to Parker. Parker had that puck a little bit behind him. He tried to spin to collect, unable to. It's going to come down below the velocity goal line. G still putting pressure on there. The pace of play maybe easing up a touch here. His body's no longer flying nearly as much as they were. Maybe coaches talking a little bit about maybe just quit trying to kill him and get through this game unhurt. Shot comes in, going well wide, but Ben Collins, eager for some action, is going to use that blocker. Now Winnie's going to have to collect behind the net. Makes a spin move there. Pushing up and out, and just out of the range of Parker Linnemeyer. He's going to put enough pressure on it, though, that the goalie's going to have to come out and play it. And G's going to have to dance. He does. Continues to dance. Loses his stick. And then Unger, nope, he got a delayed call, and Fish eats one on the chin. And now finally they blow the whistle here. As hard to see exactly what they're getting, if it's a high stick, a hook. Let's see, we know the velocity players go in the box. Looks like they're going to get them for interference there. And so with 120, just call it 120 left to go in the second period, an 8-0 Roughriders lead, they'll find themselves on the power play once more. Matro line out there. One over to Bodie Nix. Bodie Nix is going to send it up to Heaton. Heaton's going to rip a one-timer that just comes wide off a leg. And Nix is going to work on the half wall again. He's got Decky. Decky loses his footing just a touch, and now it's a 2-on-1 goal in the other direction. Heaton's going to continue to put pressure, and that puck just goes ahead of the waiting passers. Bodie Nix now puts a little bit more pressure on him. Matro has it go between his legs, and Heaton continuing to try to push his man out. Does so, and he'll sit for two. One of those that you just got to keep those feet moving to avoid, but otherwise he was reaching on him, and as the man made a cut, he got his stick underneath the skates, and the power play will end with 30 seconds going down and a trip for Heaton. And we'll go 4-on-4 for the next minute, which will start in the third period, as this running clock is just about under 15 seconds here. So Bodie's going to rip that thing up and just tip, so goalie will play it. 10 seconds left to go here in the period. Bodie able to keep that puck in. He's got a chance to shoot, dances around one, tries to go high glove and just wide. And that'll do it for 2 periods of play. Roughriders pretty much having their way with things right now as we've got an 8-0 lead carried into the third period. We'll keep you posted. I don't think they're going to do the ice change or the ice clean on this one. I think we're just going to try to get out of here. Left of the 4-on-4 action before the Roughriders will have roughly a minute to kill as that puck comes back over to Kate. Kate fans on it just a little bit here and it comes right back up. Now puck reaches a little bit outside the reach of Ben Collins, and Winston Unger is going to get the train moving. He gets that up, and now out of the reach of O'Neill. And that puck just barely off of the dasher. They're going to say it came out, and it's going to come all the way down. Clock's still running on both the game clock and the penalty clock, so that will pretty much do it for 4-on-4 action. And the velocity player set to jump out of the box. Needs some awareness from the Roughriders here as it looks like a set play could be coming. Let's see if these velocity players try to win this thing up and send it to their man streaking up there. They do go for it, but unable to connect, and the Roughriders are going to keep it in. Popek trying to keep that one in. Instead loses it, but nice stick there. Push it over, and Unger is going to battle for it along the ball. Velocity able to send that down. Centering pass hits the shin pads of Kate, and she's going to push it forward. The rare instance that Winston Unger is knocked off his feet occurs, and now Schofield will collect behind her own net. Trying to go wide with it, she's able to, but loses it a little bit. Now it comes out. 19 seconds remaining in the heat and minor. 18:30 to go. Puck comes down and across. A brief 3-on-1, but a good back check negates that. Now O'Neill on it, spinning, takes a hit, comes up the top. Puck comes through, it is still loose. Anybody wants it, it's going to be Kate Schofield. Now she comes out. One of the best chances for velocity there in a long time as the shot came through and just sat on Benny's pad. I don't know if he didn't know where it was or what, but didn't cover it. And now we are back to 5-on-5 action. Shot comes through, another rebound kicks out. This time he's all over it though. He's going to pounce on it. And we're going to have a stoppage of play. Still 8-0 here for your Roughriders. If you're just joining us, they're in the camo jersey, going right to left again on your screen. Ben Collins in net for the Roughriders. And the Germain line out to get things going as we run under 17:30 run time here in this third period, as long as the lead remains where it's at. Puck comes from Decky up to Heaton. Heaton to Lindemeyer. Lindemeyer's got a chance to look for a backhand pass. Instead, he's going to send it back to his defense. Heaton sees the man through the middle, but a stick check takes away the chance for Germain to catch that. And the goalie stick goes flying. It comes up. Germain's going to keep that thing in the zone. Pushing forward. Great stick pressure there from Lindemeyer. Keeps that puck in the zone. Decky able to keep it there. Gets it up, but just behind Fish would have been a good look for a right-handed player. Fish, unfortunately, rocking the left-handed stick there, unable to collect it on the far side of his body. It goes right into the glove of the velocity goaltender, who's happy to get a break and get a stoppage of play and a face-off off to his right. Germain line still out there. Dot and Heaton in the back. Decky winds up, takes a shot that goalie lost for a second. It was between his arm. And then it kicks out and he pounces on it. Germain right there to try to collect a rebound, but the whistle had already blown, so we'll stop it and we'll do it all over again. The snowman talk already coming from the bench. Puck comes out, up to Decky again. Decky's got a chance to wind, but instead pushes it down in the corner. He needs a little bit more support there. Declan up the top. He'll take a shot this time. Comes off the shaft of the stick, back over the corner. Now he's got no choice but to retreat and send it back to the blue line. Here comes Fish. Fish has a chance. Makes a toe drag move between the legs. Kicks it around. Germain had it there and just couldn't collect. It's now Fish venting his frustration, throwing the body, and Parker's going to push for it. Velocity able to get it off his stick. They push it up and right into the waiting stick of Germain. Germain spinning, moves over to Fish. Fish has a chance. Looks for a shot, rips it right off the shin pads, comes off the stick of Heaton over to Germain. Germain takes the body contact and the puck comes up into the velocity bench one more time, so we'll have another stoppage of play. 15 minutes to go here in the third period. 8-0 lead for the Roughriders. As they seem to have been able to handle just about everything that Velocity's thrown at them so far, kind of taking the wind out of their sails, and we sit in a quiet Dakota Ice Center. Draw coming off to the left of the Velocity goaltender. Matro to take this. Matro, Nix, and I believe that's Ziemba on his right. In the back, Burke and Unger. Puck comes up to Unger. He's going to look for a shooting lane, finds it, but tipped outside. Caleb not able to get enough on it. Puck comes back out, and we've got a bit of a rush here from Velocity, but between Nix and Unger, player not going to get far. Instead, the puck does come back up to the point, though. They're able to keep it there. The puck comes down below the goal line. Matro's going to be the first one to get to it. Centering pass, sticked aside by Burke. Comes back up to Unger. Unger is going to be able to get the wheels moving. Gets it over just out of the reach of Caleb Ziemba. It was tipped, so the goalie comes out to play it. Now Bodie battling. Gets it across. Matro is streaking in there, but out of his reach. And so now the Velocity team's just going to chip that down, but just behind the red line, so we'll have an icing call. 13:50 left to go here in the third period. Draw will come back down to the right of the Velocity goaltender. Keep the same pairings out there as the Roughriders look to just close this one out and get to the action later tonight. Matro takes the draw, won by the Velocity team. They'll chip that out softly, so Burke's going to have to come back and collect. Looking, surveying for his options, gets it over to their partner Unger. Unger up to Matro. Matro now moves it across. Puck bounced on Caleb a little bit, and he had to slow it down. That was just enough to get it across, and now Velocity sends it in. Unger, though, going to work it behind the net. Once again, just kind of feels like this Velocity team doesn't want a piece of any of these big bodies that have been getting chucked at him here from the Roughriders. Puck comes up. Ziemba now has Nix. Nix gets behind his man, and a 2-on-3 coming across. He's going to rip that puck hard into the belly of the Velocity goaltender, who swallows that up, and we'll have another stoppage of play. O'Neill line now coming out. Palak to his left. I believe that's Popek to his right. Decky and Kate in the back. Puck comes up to Declan. Declan's going to look. Sends one towards the net. That's a high stick all day long. And apparently, I don't know how they waved that one off, but yeah, that was a great tip, just a little bit high. Now it comes over to Schofield. Rolls off her stick a little bit. And it's going to go down low, where Seb's going to put some pressure on, separate the man. Palak does a great job of finishing that one. Popek's down there low. O'Neill. Nice spinning, centering pass, just out of reach. Kate collects it. She sends a shot towards the net. Palak there, putting on pressure. Puck comes up. Kate's got all day. She sees the man over the side. One-timer coming, sticked aside by the Velocity goaltender. And a defenseman there. Palak's going to move for it there in the corner. Velocity able to get it up. Kate uses the pads there to knock it down, sends it low again. O'Neill makes a move around a man. Popek unable to get through the hold of the defenseman there. Another great centering look. Comes up to Decky. Decky over to Schofield. Sends a puck right off the pads. Rebound sits there, and how did he get a piece of that? O'Neill had a wide open net trying to pass it through, and a diving effort from the Velocity goaltender pushes that in the corner instead. Puck comes up for the half wall off the Zamboni door. Decky gets put good pressure on it. Popek's going to rip a shot. Had that low glove side, but the goalie did too, so gets a glove on it. Now 11 minutes left to go in this 8-0 lead for the Roughriders. We'll get fresh legs out there. Another draw off to the right of the Velocity goaltender. Germain line now out there. Got Gerard, Germain, Owen Fisher, and Parker Linnemeyer. Heaton and Burke in the back. Comes up to Heaton. Heaton's going to lose an edge and now come back up. Get it over to Fish. Fish goes 1-on-3, still manages to come out with it, gets over the backhand. Almost looked like he was daring himself to go between the legs, decided not to, and the puck comes down in the corner. Velocity sends it over. Again, pace of play just seems to be maybe a touch quieter now as that puck comes back up. A good F3 forecheck from G. Gets it back over to Lindenmeyer. Lindenmeyer had Fish on the back door, but a diving effort from the Velocity defenseman separates that out, and now they come in. Heaton will come in. He uses the body to shield. Thinks about the reverse. Doesn't. Thinks about getting it up. Pushes it to Velocity defenseman. Now we're going to get a boarding play there. Heaton still has a chance. He's got a chance to go if he wants it. But a lot of activity in the back as Jermaine took an offense to the boarding call against Heaton, which he was watching out for him. And it looks like we got 2 players getting the door. So a lot of extracurricular activity below the goal line. Be honest with you, I took my eyes off it a touch as we had the rush go in the opposite direction. And in any case, it looks like Jermaine has gotten the game. 2 Velocity players are leaving. And Unger is going to be a good doorman and just shut that, make sure they don't come back. In any case, though, the clock continues to run. I don't think anybody minds that. 8:30 ticking down here in the third period as the sequence on that one, Heaton had it down low, went to turn to push away from the defenseman or the oncoming forecheck from Velocity. Guy got him right in the numbers, sent him headfirst into the boards. Luckily, he was aware enough to know that he had his hands up, no injuries there, it looks like, as he's back out there skating, and actually had the opportunity to get the rush up. But as he was rushing, we had a skirmish below the goal line, and G, sticking up for his boys, comes in, says, hey, no, you're not going to get away with that. And the ensuing skirmish results in 1 toss for Jermaine, which hopefully that doesn't affect the next game for us, but it may. And 2 for Velocity, which is going to not only affect their next game, but certainly this one as well, as they're down to 4 players on the bench, 1 player in the box, and 4 players on the ice. This will take the draw all the way down, though, to the right of the Velocity goalie. The clock has finally stopped at 7:43. And looks like we finally got everything in order here. So, a power play for the Roughriders here, as the Metro line will come out, take this draw. Brooks with Bodie and David, or Bodie on his left, David on his right. Kate and Winnie in the back. And up it comes to Kate. Kate rips a shot there, and a windmill save from the goalie as Brooks tries to just grab it out of his glove, maybe. Yeah, who knows? Maybe he was looking for a rebound to kick out of that glove and thought maybe I could just snatch it, but maybe a touch of levity here in the otherwise slower game now. Puck comes over to Bodie. Bodie, nice power move to try to get that there. Brooks is man all over him, but they're going to come out with it. Popek finds Kate up top. Kate gets a shot to the net, and it's there. It was trapped against the goalie's pad. I think it went in. Bodie had a chance low and pushed it. Goalie didn't have good padlock on that post, and I think it kicked in, but we're also going to say it's an 8-0 game, and they are not exactly eager to hand out more. I don't blame them, frankly, so won't worry about that. I don't think anybody's sitting here counting stats, so we'll just call it good. Penalty will continue to roll here as Winnie's going to rip a shot. And Velocity player gets out of the way, but gets enough stick on it to send it up. Schofield, over to Popek. Down to Fish. Good give and go action there. Sorry, that's O'Neill. And Palick now sits on it. Comes back over to Popek. Popek up the wall to Schofield. Schofield back to Popek. Gets the chance for a shot and eaten up by the Velocity goalie. But a quick whistle there. It's the referees trying to cut down on some of the interactions right in front of the goalies there. And that will effectively kill the power play for the Roughriders as the run clock continues to go. And about 5:30 left to go in this third period. An 8-0 Roughriders lead. Fresh legs out there as now line's getting changed up a little bit with the loss of Jermaine. So now we've got Brooks, Parker, and Fish. Heaton in the back. Heaton's going to send that back over to Lindemeyer. Now it back up to Heaton. He's got a chance to look. Sees the shot and the stick there as there's a whole bunch of action now below the goal line. And Fish is going to get that up to Decky. Decky back down to Fish. Back onto Fish's stick, but a good poke check is going to separate the man. Velocity's out. They gain the red line. Good combination effort from Fish and Decky separates that man, and they push it right back up. Puck comes up, just slowed down enough by the Velocity players that they're able to get it out. And they come back up. Kick down to the corner by Declan. Heaton will collect. A little backhand move there. And now he's going to try to climb out. He tries to push up and out, but two men on him. He's going to have a hard time doing it. The puck stays in the zone for a second. Now Fish dancing around a hit. He's got Lindemeyer off to the right. Let's see if he passes, gets a good pass across, but just ahead of Fish and opened up to, just ahead of Parker, who had opened up for a one-timer, and instead that one came to his front foot, wasn't able to get anything on it. Puck comes up. Parker kicks it down to himself. He's got a man on the backside. Instead goes for the back corner shot. That would have been great. If the goalie had kicked his pad out, it probably would have been a goal. Instead, it goes just wide. And a kick over the corner where Parker will regroup again. Sends that thing low. Brooks is down there. And he kicks it up to the middle, but Velocity reads it well, and they'll get up and out. Good read by Parker. Now all of a sudden he's got a chance. He's got a man all over him. He's going to continue to try to push. Bodies flopping, flying, nobody knows where the puck is, and all the times that they could have used a quick whistle, they didn't. And instead we've got another extra shove after the whistle here as emotion's starting to run high here. I think everybody's getting a little tired and ready for this thing to wind up. 3:20 left to go here in the third period. And Velocity getting some fresh legs out there as they are down to only a few. 5-on-5 action continues though, as O'Neill will take this draw. Gets it over to Caleb, gets it to Bodie, but loses it there. Nice keep from Burke, keeps that puck in. And O'Neill will push down. And Caleb there. Now Bodie. Bodie walks to the middle, gets a shot into the glove. And another stoppage of play here. So Winston, Burke in the back. O'Neill pushes that back over to Bodie. Bodie up to Winston. Winston looking for it. Tries to make a pass there to Bodie, but it comes off a shin pad, and so now he'll move it out of the corner. Tip there a little bit. Winston's going to pinch down low. He's got coverage back, but needs a little bit more support. And one's going to come all the way around. Bodie's going to get to it on the half wall. Pushes it down to the corners, looking for a man out of there. He's still got a guy all over him, but just going to continue to fight for it. And we've got the rare over the net flip. And boys are getting creative now, I guess, 8-0. Doesn't work out for him as now we've got a 3-on-2 going the other direction, but Logan Burke collects an errant pass. He's going to stop, and oh, watch out, here we go. A little chip pass there is the Velocity player able to collect. Now Winston's on top of it. He's going to try to gain the line. He's going to hold up, and he'll just flip one out to space. Let Ziemba try to get into it. Bodie Nix gets the guy on the hands. He's going to come off, and now Ziemba fakes the pass, fakes the kick. we'll assume. And out it comes. That one off the stick of a velocity player. Decky's going to get to it first. He will pivot back over to Ziemba, who kicks it up to Brooks. Brooks avoids a hit. Now Bodie's going to come in 1-on-3. Bodie aiming to make a move, just going to push it out wide. Gets a shot, and velocity player opts to try to get that with the glove. It kicks over to the corner for Schofield. Brooks now moving with it. Ziemba on the backhand. Sorry, that's Popek. Comes around the corner. He's going to rip a shot and into the glove of the goalie. Goalie has faced a ton of rubber today, made some good saves, but Roughriders definitely been able to find the back of the net more often than not. As we wind down the final 30 seconds of this one. And puck will come over to Palak, up to Schofield. Schofield sends one to the net. Rebound collected for a second, but then it sits there. Brooks trying to work it up, and another shot. And that goalie will sit on that one. And we'll see if he even comes back into the net or if he's going to see what he can do to just end this thing. It's running clock here in the final 5 seconds of this game. See if they get the draw here or not. Looks like they're not going to. So that'll do it. An 8-0 victory for your Roughriders here. Ben Collins collects the shutout, and the Roughriders will go to 3-0 on the tournament. So we'll see where we go from here. We know that they will have a game tonight. I don't know if we have the schedule exactly mapped out, but we'll make sure that gets posted. Everybody that's joining us on the broadcast here, thank you for doing that, and we'll tune in for another one. Catch you later tonight.